everybody. Hey March the 5th, 2026, 6:50 a.m. Gold Standard Radio Network is here live once again. Just making sure the microphone's working. I believe it is. If it's not, may God rest everybody's soul this morning, right? But 6:51 a.m., the Gold Standard Radio Network, and we're here live talking about the cryptocurrency market, the gold and silver bullion market, as President Trump said yesterday that he thought it would take 4 weeks to kill the superior leader, and it took him 4 hours. So, quote, we're ahead of schedule in that regard. The silver bullion price is trying to stabilize after an initial rally and then dump. It's sitting at $84.50. Gold bullion is sitting at $5,162, just both below an all-time highs. The U.S. dollar continues to rally. It's up to 98.97. It got up to 99 point change, trying to get back to 100 for the first time in a couple of years. And that's a big number for the U.S. dollar. And that helps consumer prices and helps slow down the rate of inflation. When the U.S. dollar is strengthening, it helps slow the pace of inflation. So that helps your purchasing power, right? That's a good thing for the American people. You want a strong dollar. You want the dollar. If the dollar was sitting at 200 instead of 98, everybody would be astronomically wealthier because they would have so much more purchasing power. Or in other words, things you're trying to buy would go down in price in relative terms to when you're trying to buy them versus now you need more and more dollars to buy the same fucking thing, right? So that would be a good thing, but I don't see that happening because we're in a chronic dollar debasement ever since we went off the gold standard, right? That turned the dollars into debt, and that turned this whole fucking thing upside down in this country. You can see the Bitcoin price right now is sitting at $72,000. It did get above that psychological and major resistance level. Yesterday, we had a big pump, and that could have been the pump, and I think it was, that was signifying the breakthrough, right, to the next leg of this move. We've been consolidating along and near this 200-day moving average for about a month and a little over a month. And that last pump, a little bit of volume spike, but a ferocious move with price action. And that could have signified now that we're confirming on the top side of this. We're almost to our initial target right there. We pretty much did hit that, about $75,000. Maybe now we're going to try to punch our way up to 85,000, which is the 100-day moving average from left to right in the weekly time frame, right? So that's the current area that we're at. What the fuck is going on in this stupid freeway? I'm getting sick of this fucking country, dude. And this is day 63 in a row. J at 2C Celsius, about 36 degrees Fahrenheit, J. Day 63 in a row will be the last day in this streak of getting up every day and leaving the hotel and going to work for 12 hours, right? Before I get back to the hotel. Every day, 63 in a row. Comment down below if any of you have worked 63 days in a row, with the caveat, and the critical thing here is you had to leave your house or your car, wherever you live, and go somewhere else to work every day, 63 in a row. Shout out to anybody that's done that. It is not my record. My record is over 100 in a row, and we were doing 12-hour days. So 13 and a half hours outside the hotel, Fremont, California, Tesla Model Y or whatever the fuck we built out there, or 3. I don't remember what one that was. Whatever we built. But on with what you care about, the Ethereum price, the same price action as the Bitcoin. It consolidated just along and above that top part of that blue major support and resistance box at 1809.97. We had 3 hits on it, and now we've rounded the bottom with a nice move up. And now we could be making that run to 2603 Ooh, it smells like a fire or a burnt tire. The fuck is that smell? Better not be this fucking truck. It's got to get me back to my truck later on today. But we might be able to try to get up to 2603 at 6:55 a.m. Gold Standard Radio Network. Bell notification, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel for free or become a member of Jabroni Killer. Industry cheap and best value, $3.99 a month. It starts at video description and or pinned comment. It's really the best value out there, and you need to be a member to support the page, to not get fleeced, heisted, or shysted, and get the truth from a crypto channel that's there for the retail trader. Not paid, no promotions, keep total ownership of our channel and keeps the lights on, most importantly, right? No YouTube charlatans and paid promoters with coins to fleece you. You can see the XLM, just the truth. $3.99 a month. Join. Everyone's joining. $14 or 14.5 cents. We bounced off that. Now we're eyeing the 18.75 cents. That's your major upper resistance in the short term in Ethereum. Those are the two levels you're trading in between. Everybody's favorite, my favorite, your favorite. XRP is now confirmed. See that? Very important right here. After we peaked above, if this thing would fucking zoom in. See how we peaked above right there? Came back down beautifully yesterday. You see that? Tapped it at the $1.41, held it. Now we're rallying. That could be the peak, and usually it is, to where now you get a ferocious rally and you at least, in a technical fashion, geometric shapes we're looking for. You should be looking at coming up here and then trying to retake and reclaim this level now with a ferocious move after you've tapped and back tested the support, right? That's what we're looking for here. And that's the technical setup. And there's another free information you get from the gold standard. No paywalls, free technical advice. You can see where we held support. We're going to look to take out that regional first pump from back there on about February the 12th or 13th. And we've back tested. And that's what you're going to look for now in a technical breakout to the upside. You've had two higher lows. You've held support, and then you look for a technical breakout now on a confirmation to the upside. Does that mean it has to happen? No. But that's a solution and a possibility that could happen this week on or as short as today, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's a technical setup on the bullish case that we're looking at. The bearish case, obviously, is you fall back below that 200-day, and then you start to reattack to the bottom side, some of these lows right here. You look to take out those, right? And then you would be looking at taking out the swing low at $1.12 right there. So that's what we're looking at in the Bitcoin price. There's going to be heightened volatility the next couple of weeks. But as you know, as I pull in the work here, as my thoughts are with the war in Iran or the war tensions, I think he's going to do just enough. If the stock market continues to go down like it did initially, it rallied a little bit yesterday. We'll see what it does today on the open. But if it goes down, say 15% or 20%, the major indexes, like it did a year ago when he was talking with the tariff nonsense, they went down about 20% in the major indexes, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and the Russell. He called off the dogs and put a 90-day pause and then extended it, which allowed the stock market to rally and turn into new all-time highs, right? And I think that's exactly what would happen now. It's an election year. It's midterms. If the stock market got down 15%, 20%, he would, as a broad indexes, he would call off the dogs, and all of a sudden the war would be over, just like that. Overnight, it would be over. You'd call it successful, accomplished, strategic, whatever. It'd be over, and then the stock market would start to rally. The new Fed chairman's going to be in 2 months, and all that hard talking and strong dollar nonsense will be out the window as soon as he's in office, and he will commence lowering rates. I think that's what's going to happen here. So get your bags prepared. I think it's going to be a rally towards the end of the year, but a caveat, I think 2027 is going to be rough, and I think 2028 is an all-out collapse, right? At least that's what my own personal opinions. I am not a financial advisor, nor have I pretended to ever be one on here. I do not tell you to buy, sell, trade, or do anything. I'm simply telling you what I see and am doing to become an asset millionaire with the key gold standard rules. Debt-free, living below your means, pay off your home, invest. After you pay all your cost of living, rent, utilities and all that, invest into your retirement. I say whatever's left, whether it's 1,000 or 100, 10% fun, 90% savings or investing, right? That's the rule. After I pay off all the bills that you need, the heat, the gas, the electricity, all the bullshit, right? Like the channel, subscribe. Gold Standard signing off, but we'll have an extended video later on today because I'm driving home this afternoon, which is about a 4-hour drive. So I might just ramble on in a 2.5 hour to 3 hour rant or podcast, and we can talk about whatever, right? I'll switch back and forth between this. Oh, I could check this right now. If I go on to here and then I go onto my page because I'm streaming, is there any way that I could see comments like while I'm live streaming? I don't even know if that's possible. Is that this one right here? If I click that, is that this right now? Is that this one right here? Oh, it is. Look at that. I didn't know I could do that. Good morning. Click that. Is that this right now? Is that this one right here? Oh, it is. Look at that. I didn't know I could do that. Good morning. Click that. Is that this right now? Is that this one right here? Oh, it is. Look at that. I didn't know I could do that. Here, can I talk? Can you guys still hear me? I don't know what that does, but I can see comments. I didn't know I could do that. Hey, no. We got a couple of comments this morning. Good morning. Have you played the new Resident Evil game? I have not, but I am an OG of the original Resident Evil game. I'll have to check that out. Those are always good games. We have people walking. Go on, my good sir. Go on, my Canadian fella. I'm not going to run you over here, but I'm going to have to let you guys go. Now that I know I can see that, I will click on that when I'm doing these lives when we're going this afternoon. And I can look at your comments and answer any questions. But I will be on the road for 2 hours or 4 hours, 4.5 hours, driving back to the greatest country in the world. As far as, is it better than Mexico? And it's better than Canada. Those are the 3 countries I've been to. And for all the flaws and foibles and bad direction the U.S. is going, I can fucking tell you this right now. It's hands down, not even close, better than Canada and better than Mexico. Peace and love from wherever country you are, to prosperity and happiness from the gold standard. We are signing off until 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this afternoon. We'll do a couple hour live stream, just bullshitting and talking. Jay.